This market is getting interesting and we need to look at some bullish and bearish cases. Okay, so first of all, to start off on this video, it's going to be a slight bit shorter. So we're going to go over some technical analysis for some stocks in here, but we're mainly just going to bounce around and show you guys some of the good setups that are setting up with this overall little pullback that we've been getting here. We're going to give you guys those daily expected moves, but right after we're going to tell you some of those bullish setups, we're going to have to go over the bearish case. We have to be aware of those type of things. So I think it's important to put that in this video, but we're going to try to stay very concise, very efficient with this video going forward. So what do we notice here? The 30-minute for the SPY getting down towards this area, but is the SPY necessarily what I want to talk about? Well, the first thing is those daily expected moves. We do have 563.79 to the upside, just barely spreading out here, and 557.79 to the downside. But really what I want to talk about here, yes, if that 30-minute does curl up, that could be positivity. Something I really wanted to talk about was showing you those signals. I don't want to waste your time. So 30-minute for the Qs is what I really need to be paying attention to at this moment. We're seeing that start to drop off. So obviously there is going to be a bearish case as well that we're going to talk about after talking about some of these. Right now for tomorrow, we do have 479.59 to the upside. We do have 471.09 to the downside for the Qs. But the main thing I wanted you to pay attention to is subtly down here, do we have some divergences on the 30-minute? We do. The Qs have a 30-minute divergence. The RSI as well shows that divergence. So what these 30-minute divergences can do is curl up a 2-hour chart. And if we zoom out and start to look at a 2-hour chart, well, we see that starting to get down by that center line. It looks like this would be an area where we maybe consolidate and maybe we want to see that move higher. Now we will go over the bearish cases that are taking place in this, but for now, these are the main points you need to get. Have these on your chart for tomorrow and just know that there's a 30-minute divergence here. If you took the course, which is 90% off this week, it's the last week, guys, that price is not going back down there. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And you can get it for $100 to get the technical indicators course. That course down there will show you these type of setups and you will get very good at catching these setups after taking that course and know what to do around them. It will really help you out. We see a 30-minute divergence here. We'll see if that plays out to the upside come tomorrow. But some other signals I was paying attention to. One was actually Amazon. Amazon is the one showing that divergence as well. It is showing that divergence. We talked about up in these levels, it going back and reacting to test 174.51. Look at that. We tested 174.51 and now we're getting a slight green at the end of the day. Remember, we still have to go over some bearish cases, but this right here is divergence. This is divergence on the MACD and RSI at the same time. What can it do with that? It can turn up a 2-hour chart. And look at that 2-hour, really close to the center line. So looking like it needs some positive price action to remain in a positive trend, and you might be seeing that signal rather early. Now this one has confirmed, some of them haven't. Okay, it's very important to make sure these things are confirming. We talk about that in the course. And another one that we can go look at was actually AMD. AMD down here. Now there is a difference here with AMD, rather flat on the divergence down here, but still flat while the price action is coming down. And then as we kind of zoom in on the RSI down here just a little bit, you're more so going to see how that is in the slightly upward direction. Really, if I blow it up, you're going to see it. Okay, slight upward direction there. If I hold my mouse right here, you see how it's above the white line? Perfect, awesome. We see that there, but has that proven yet? No, so none of this has proven yet, but if we get some bullishness to come in tomorrow, well, this would be the dying out a little bit of momentum, and that 2-hour can start to rotate up if this 30-minute can go positive. It's very key to understand that at this point. But this could be flagging. We're going to talk about the bearish side in just a moment. I wanted to bring up one more that I was really looking at, which was Microsoft. I actually think Microsoft gave a great signal. We see that there is divergence down here, small little blip on the MACD. We see that divergence on the RSI and MACD at the same time. I just thought it was important to show you guys some of the stocks that are showing some basing out signals, and maybe they're about to make that next move higher, curling up what? The 2-hour chart. As that's starting to go negative, you notice if that curled up, where would it be? Positive territory, positive trend. There's a swing trading course in the description as well that is 90% off, as well as the technical indicators for $100. Very, very good. They're both 90% off right now. Highly encourage you get that before that sale goes away at the end of the week. 2-hour curls up, you might just have a simple swing trade, but we know that if you can use both courses, that's why it pays off to buy both, is just because you can learn from one of the more complicated ones, get an early position, then just use the simple one to take some profit or make some money in an overall trade. So this channel is dedicated into learning. So I highly suggest you get to learning out there. It's very, very fun. Now, one that looks a little bit different was Google. I was a little bit worried about this one. Just wanted to bring that up as we get into those bearish cases, seeing if this thing can roll over and go negative. Maybe it makes that little divergence or something like that first. Now let's go back Over to volatility, just finishing up on the bullish things that might be happening here. We're just noticing this, the 2 hours started to creep into negative territory. We're seeing a little blip at the end of the day, and the 30-minute here rotated down. So the 30-minute did rotate down, but you're seeing a small divergence between these 2 points. So that can lead to some selling to come in. But as of right now, that 30-minute turning down says, hey, it is most likely going to be positive until I see that turn back up. Then I can say, okay, now we're maybe going to see more of a pullback, left head, right shoulder, right? We're trying to be efficient with this, but for the most part, 30 minutes curling down. And then at the same time, you're seeing a signal from the Q saying, hey, I might be making that next move higher. So that's what I overall want to look into going into tomorrow. And now we'll talk about the bearish side of things. The bearish side of things would say we're in a 4-hour pullback now, right? The bearish side of things would say this ain't going to happen. Maybe if it does, it's quick. And then we just end up coming all the way down to that weekly expected move. So even though we have a lot of bullishness, as we get into the bearish scenarios, those are higher time frames. And even if we do get some kind of reaction, if that fails, we could end up going a little bit deeper, maybe into the point where I really wanted stocks to pull all the way down to, which was down towards this liquidity in here for the Qs. And for the SPY, we noticed that has not curled over yet. If it does, we would expect at least this level, if not in this little box as we pull it across, to be important. So there is a bearish case here, and the reason for that is also because we see that the dollar has confirmed a 4-hour divergence. What does this mean? This means that the daily chart can start to curl up, but doesn't that look a little flaggy in here? Okay, so keep that in mind. We had a 4-hour divergence that can turn up the daily scale. Is that close to crossing? No, not at this moment. It's still got a couple days until that thing crosses. Maybe NVDA earnings can mess up the stock market a little bit. Maybe we're going to see an upward trap. We'll pay attention. As of right now, the dollar is positive while the market's negative, and that's pretty much the correct correlation. We see a lot of people, for the most part, throughout the day going to the put side. So a rigged move to the upside would make sense. All right, now this video has been very much different than what we normally do, but I just wanted to make sure it was quick and concise. You see some of the setups, you see how there is potential for upside and how the bigger time frames say we could be in an overall pullback. So the main takeaway here is there is a bullish and bearish case going into tomorrow. Get those daily ranges up. Let's pay attention to the signals because there could be some 30-minute signals that we're seeing that could end up being some upside for tomorrow. So as of right now, it looks like if we curl up on a 30-minute for something like the Qs, then we are going to see upside, right? Is that going to curl up the 2-hour? Are we going to see something a little bit crazy tomorrow? Or is that going to have to leak into, say, NVIDIA earnings? That's what I'd be paying attention to. And then you always want to be aware of those bearish cases as well. I'm sorry I didn't have a lot of time. Even before this, I had to make my wife a charcuterie board. She was real tired and hungry, so I made sure to take care of her. I encourage you guys to go treat yourself to a nice meal. Be ready for tomorrow, and let's get back into some technical analysis come the morning when we are live tomorrow for our stock market live show. Straight away at the open. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Sorry the video is shorter. I genuinely am. I promise you we'll be putting out some great technical analysis all week long. If you have any questions or want me to look at a stock, please join us for the live video in the morning. Other than that, peace out, homies. Bye.